Good morning, students. Our today's topic is some common electric devices that are working on heating effect of electric current. The most common and important devices are electric bulb and an electric fuse. So we discuss about these two devices one by one. In this topic, we discuss about construction and the working of these devices. Okay, and we know how these devices are helpful for us and how much important are these. Okay, so let's discuss one by one. First of all, we discuss about electric bulb. So it is very well known that electric bulb is also known as incandescent bulb, which contains an filament, and this filament is the most important parts of the electric bulb. As from the construction, we know that it consists of, first one is a filament. This filament is made up of tungsten. Tungsten is a material which having some important characteristics, that is its resistance is very high because it is an alloy, very high, and its melting point is also high. Its melting point also very high, that is of the order of 300 or sorry 3000 degrees Celsius. Okay, so that this enormous heat cannot melt this material or this filament. Okay, the next composition is that it contains, or we can say this tungsten material is saved with the help of using a glass vessel. Okay, this glass vessel is very thin and can protect the this tungsten filament. One more thing is that in this glass vessel there are some inert gases like neon and argon. Okay, these are inert gases, so that cannot react with the tungsten material and hence provide the light in the surrounding with the help of filaments. Okay, so if we draw a rough diagram for an electric bulb, then due to these two wires there is a filament like in the shape of a spring. This filament is made up of tungsten. Okay, then this arrangement is covered with the help of a glass vessel like this, which provide, or which can be covered with a non-metallic, or we can say insulated, with two points connected with the tungsten wire for the electrical contact. Okay, this is a glass vessel, and in this glass vessel there is inert gas, that is sorry neon and argon. Okay, now when this bulb is connected with the power supply, then electric current is start flowing through this tungsten filament, and because of its high resistance, then due to high resistance, as we know that the heat produced is directly proportional to the square of current, resistance and its time taken. So due to high resistance it produces a high amount of heat, due to which the filament becomes red hot and hence glow, or we can say spread the brightness, or we can say light of red yellow color in the surroundings. Okay, so that is all about the electric bulb. Another most important device is an electric fuse. As we all know that we use an electric fuse in our domestic circuits. It is a device which can protect our home appliances. Okay, so how this device protect our home appliances, we can see in this topic that when there is a short circuit, okay, when there is a short circuit or overloading in the circuit, then this device is becomes very useful to protect or can save our home appliances from damaging. So device protect to home appliances during the short circuit and overloading. So how this device protect? It is a device which can protect by stopping the flow of current through the devices. Okay, so now if we discuss about the construction of this device, okay, so here say it is consist of, say, one is a ceramic tube or plate, contains two pins like this. Okay, in these two pins there are a wire is connected between these two pins, and this wire is called a fuse wire. Okay, it may be of copper, aluminum, or any other material, but mainly it is of becomes made from alloys. Why? Because alloys having high resistance, and this high resistance is the main characteristics of this fuse wire. Okay, this container is called fuse grip. Okay, it is made up of ceramics. Ceramics are the materials which are basically insulators, so that current cannot flow this fuse grip. So we can easily insert these fuse grips with the help of this fuse grip in the circuit. Okay, so when this fuse grip is connected in the circuit, then there is current is flowing through the circuit. When this fuse grip is taken out from the circuit, then circuit is break because of this in discontinuity, and hence electricity does not work properly. So this can be inserted in our home circuitry as it is clear like this. So okay, so what about the working of this fuse? Now this is a block diagram as we already seen in our homes, but if we draw this fuse in an electric circuit on paper, so we represent this fuse with a symbol like this. There are two circles having a connection between them. Okay, so this is the circuit symbol for the fuse. Okay, now how this fuse is working? First of all, in case of short circuiting, okay, what happen in short circuit? In short circuit, a large amount of current is flowing through the wire. Okay, when current is exceed some certain limits, then it produces a very high amount of heat according to the heating effect, that is H is equal to I square RT. So when its current is exceeds to a certain limit, then it produces heat. As the resistance of this wire is also high, so it produces enormous amount of heat. But one more characteristics of this device is its low melting point. Low melting point. What happen for from this low melting point? When high heat is produced from this, then the wire is melt and hence break from here. Okay, when this wire is breaks, then circuit is becomes an open circuit and no further current start flowing this circuit, so that our home appliances becomes safe. Okay, so similarly, in the case of overloading also, in overloading the current is maximum and hence this fuse is break because of low melting point, and hence it does not pass some current from the fuse to the other devices, so it can protect our home appliances. Okay, now we should discuss about this short circuit and overloading in brief. So now we discuss about what are these short circuit and overloading. So now see here, we see that what is short circuit. We say that uh, there are two types of wire in our home circuits. One wire is called main wire, another one is called neutral. Okay, so these two wires are run parallelly, and now these are perfectly insulated from each other. Okay, but anyhow, if this insulation is damaged, or we can say when main wire is touches with the neutral wire, then what happen? Say at a point of contact, say this is main wire, and in this region say neutral wire touch with this wire. Okay, so what happened? The thickness of the wire becomes increase, and what happened with the increase in thickness? We saw that resistance is inversely proportional to resistivity, length, and area of cross section. With increase in thickness, area increase, and hence resistance decrease. So with decrease in resistance, a high current is start flowing this through this wire. Okay, so this is known as short circuit. Okay, the another one is overloading. What is the meaning of overloading? Overloading means when limit of current is exceed from certain limiting value. Then how it occurs? Say if we have one socket in our home, okay, then at this particular socket, if we connect a large number of devices, say we connect here a fan, a TV, or a computer setup. Okay, then at this point, they there becomes an overloading of current because each device must draw some current to working. Okay, so this is called overloading. How this affect our circuit? Let us discuss in detail. Say for example, if there is a wire which comes to this socket, say this wire is coming to this socket, and let first of all say one device is working. Okay, say fan is attached with this. Okay, and say a fan acquire 1 ampere of current for their working, so it can work properly. Let this wire which is fitted in our home circuitry, let the limit maximum limit of this is say 4 ampere. Okay, when only fan is attached, then only 1 ampere current is flowing through the circuit, say 1 ampere. Okay, but if at the same socket we use a TV set, okay, and let TV set acquire 2 ampere of current for their working operation, so in this circuit there is need of 1 and 2 3 ampere of current, so 3 ampere current is start flowing from this wire. Okay, but further if we connect is computer here, say third device, let computer having a current limit of 2 ampere, then what is the requirement of the circuit to operate? 1 2 and 2 is 5 ampere, so 5 ampere current start flowing this circuit. Okay, but as the limit of this wire is 4 ampere, so it cannot bear the 5 ampere current, and hence due to this there is a lot of excessive amount of heat which can causes a sparking or a fire, causes the fire in the circuit. And this is why we can say overloading can damage our devices. Okay, but if we use a fuse in this wire, or we can say with these devices, so our devices become safe. Okay, only a fuse wire can break down. So that's all about electric devices. Thank you very much.